Here we go, guys. Little market update. Going to look at the Dow Jones, SPX, SP 500, and the Nasdaq real quick. And looking at the daily chart, but wide version of it here on the Dow Jones, and within the blue line, we had a ascending wedge formation, and high percentage of times the price will dump out, fall on the bottom, come back up, retest, and continue down. And then we added this gold line here, mainly for today. Let me get that 50 back on here, because this is going to be very, very important. As you can see, the 50, let me take everything off here, is right there lined up with our low pivot support, which we hit, and the 50 today, and now this long-term uptrend line. So we have, three factors here helping price stabilize. And if we roll back over, now we could run up here, retest at 20, retest this high pivot, kind of a near-term double top here. And then we'll see if we can continue up. And then, this will be our next resistance area, this uptrend line. But if not, we'll come up here, trade in this area, then roll back over. And if we get a close under those three factors, the low pivot, the blue dash line, the 50 simple day moving average, that green line there, and then this uptrend line that's been support, and we get a red candle like that, that's going to be, very bearish, and we could continue over, and probably will come down and hit this 200 in that 30,500 area or so. But, by the time it takes all that to do that, the 200 will probably be slowly coming up. So, it'll be, a little bit higher number than that. But who knows? I could wick it down to that even whole round even number of 30,000 pretty easy. And then also, another rule of thumb, once you break an uptrend line like that, it's been support, like we talked about here, a lot of times you'll turn around, come back, and retest it. So, yeah, we could close under it like this, but at the same time, we come back up, retest it, and then here we go, which would take, a few more weeks. Or, yeah, probably a few more weeks. And then the S&P 500, here we go on the bigger chart here, daily chart, ascending wedge like the Dow, came back up, tried to retest it, hit the 20, did a little high pivot here, rolled over. And here we are today, came down, hit our low pivot perfectly, and of course closed above the 50 and that gold line, this long-term uptrend line that goes back to October of 20, the end of October of 20. So again, possibly come back up, doing this, retesting the 20, retesting this high pivot here, resistance, and then expect it to, either trade sideways and down or come back in there and then, retest this area. Again, you lose this area, we'll be in that, 3,700, price zone at some point. Just depends on, where the 200 is as we're testing those higher prices out and those resistance area, okay? And then Nasdaq, a little bit different story here. We're already under the 50 and the 20. Then we put this short-term trend line here going back to November of 20. And, here we go, 1, 2, 3 touches. And then actually it was a little bit below it today, got back above it. So this is going to be a factor. So we could come back up here, but then again you have, 1, 2, 3 different factors here. The 50, the 50% zone between that all-time high and the swing low, that go dash line here, and the 20. So three different things, plus really this little high pivot here, that green bar where we close and then we roll back over. That's actually going to be a little bit of a resistance. So we'll see. That's a nice candle today. If we could put another one or two of those in, we could clear that area. But we'll see if that's going to come to pass. And then let me just do something right quick. See if we have anything here. Not really, so I'll just hold off on that. But again, expecting us to come up here, retest this area, roll back over, and then we'll see if this support, continues to hold the next time that it's hit. And then, the dollar had a great day. That's probably what helped the stock market. The crypto market. Continue down so hard. Earlier in the day, it's trying to rebound a little bit now, but definitely a green day put in. On the dollar, and we could come back up, retest the 20 like we did here, and possibly this long-term down trend line, but we're still stuck in this down price channel, and until we can get some consolidation, sideways, build a base foundation, and then pop above it, it's going to be hard to get out of there, but crazier things have happened. But we're back over now, back over this, it was resistance, of course, now it's back support, so I'm going to make it change that to blue so that when we see it, you can tell right off that's where, near-term support is. And then the next resistance level, if we can get back past where we are now, because this little low pivot here, it'll be up here at the top, will be the next level of resistance here, along with the 20 and that downtrend line, of course. All right, let's take a look at gold. It was up. This was a huge green candle at one time, but it sold off, and you know why? Because the dollar started getting a little stronger, so it sold off really quick. So expecting it to roll over as the dollar is moving up some. Okay. And then silver, same thing, but it sold off even harder. But we were kind of signaling yesterday potential, Dragonfly Doji candle area potential reversal, and that's what happened today. All right, guys, thanks so much for being members. Thanks for hanging in there, and we will see you on the charts.